More people are turning to the internet to do their holiday shopping. In fact, Cyber Monday expected to be one of the busiest shopping days of the year for people who do use the internet. So the brick and mortar store is kind of becoming a thing of the past for some. But you go into these online stores and you want to think of safety as well. The Better Business Bureau has 10 tips. We're going to run down a few of them and have others on our website a little later this morning. Joey Keys is the Regional Director of the Better Business Bureau out of Cape Girardeau and has joined us this morning to talk more about that. And Joey, thanks first of all for being here, but the Better Business Bureau advises that you protect your computer before you go on and start doing some of this cyber shopping.
Yes, that's the first step in protecting yourself, is making sure your computer is up to date with your antivirus and your firewall. And also make sure you run frequent virus scans on your computer to make sure your computer is healthy before you do transactions.
And we also hear all the time, we've talked about this before, is checking the security settings on the actual website that you're visiting. So you want to, number one, make sure you're checking a valid and legitimate website. But how do we look for the security settings?
Always, Kevin, you always want to look for the HTTPS when you're looking at a website. The S stands for secure.
Okay.
That lets you know that your information will be secure when you're doing business with that website. There's also a little lock in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. You can also look for that.
And we also want to obviously protect our personal information when we are going online to shop, credit card numbers and passwords and whatnot. So what advice do you have on that?
It is recommended to use a credit card when making these online purchases because there's some added protection with credit cards. Usually there's zero liability for if your card is stolen. So we recommend, checking your credit card statements frequently to make sure you can report any fraudulent activity as soon as possible.
And you do, the Better Business Bureau recommends paying with a credit card.
We do recommend using a credit card again because of the added benefits for protection for if your card is compromised.
And I guess you want to also save any receipts or any documentation that you get on the websites for further review?
Yes, anytime you make a purchase, you always want to either print the confirmation page or a lot of times you'll get a confirmation email, and that'll keep you up to date on your tracking information, what you paid for the product, and when the products can be delivered to you. So that way, if it's not arrived on time or what you're supposed to order, you can go back and verify that information was correct at the time of purchase.
So Joey, tell me a little bit too about tracking the shipment information and whatnot. Once you make the purchase, it's important to kind of monitor and make sure that things are getting to you when they say they're going to.
It is, because you want to make sure, if you ordered an item for a gift and it's supposed to be here by December 20th because your gift exchange is December 25th, you want to make sure that tracking information is going to make sure the product is there. That way, if it's not, you can reach out to the company beforehand and maybe they can overnight it to you if it's urgent. Are
there places we can go to understand or better know our rights as an online shopper?
Yes, you can again always check with bbb.org, and we can give you our information we have on file with the company and also what other consumers are saying about that product or about that company.
All righty, Joey Keys from the Better Business Bureau. It's bbb.org. You can check them out anytime. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Kevin.